Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today, it is finally here. The Avengers Doomsday trailer dropped on us the other day.
One that starts to get a little bit into story.
Are we thinking?
I think it was pretty powerful. There's no doubt.
It's definitely an Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very unfinished to me. And like I went back and watched like Endgame and Infinity Wars, and it felt like this one felt particularly like unfinished.
It's just like no build-up.
So what'd you think of the narration voice?
Well, the first voice is definitely Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so like there was a tweet I saw where it's like, this is totally going to be the voice of Doctor Doom, and it's like him doing like this accent but like for something completely unrelated like years ago. And it's just funny that like I guess this is just his European Latin
He
variant
sounds
voice.
like Werner Herzog. I don't know if anyone's familiar with the director Werner Herzog.
100%, yeah. There's a lot of like the
Everything
I don't
is
agree.
gray, or whatever the fuck he says that one time.
I feel like
The pink.
he's very different, honestly.
I think it's pretty
The
close.
trailer's so convoluted.
Yeah, well.
There's no backstory to it for me to get excited about why that guy's doing that to that guy, or why are these people together in the first place. Again,
I don't like at the same time, just like a random mashup of fucking stories is the most comic book thing they've ever done, kind of.
they
Yeah.
took
True.
a foundational character in Marvel Comics. I mean, he's been around as long as the Fantastic Four, the first family, early 60s. Gave us no background on him, kind of just threw him into the MCU in a one little scene at the end of a movie. And now, like I said, I have no excitement built for this because I think it's going to be a shit show. I think people like us that are bringing what we know from the comics to the movie theater might get a passable story. People that just want to go see an action movie or whatever are going to be shit confused and
Yeah.
not going to know what the hell's going on.
Like, they're kind of seemingly pulling stuff from, like, the Time Runs Out Avengers run, where it's like, oh, everything's gonna end, the world's gonna end, we gotta get out of here. But there's, like, outside of just, like, mentioning that incursions are happening, there's really been no build-up to this happening in the MCU.
No.
Kind of like weirdly the biggest thing I feel like is the end of the Marvels, where like she's just in their universe.
Yeah.
And none of those people are confirmed for this movie.
Yeah.
And you're right in the aspect of there hasn't been any build-up for Doom. We had a build-up for Thanos for, what, 10 years? For some build-up for Kang, we had hints of it.
Well,
but for
then
Doom...
he had the issue. So.
Yeah,
I mean, I think even if you didn't have like him just like popping up in like post credits or whatever, like I think the one scene in Thor Ragnarok alone is like enough setup.
Yeah.
Now, am I correct when I assume that they're going to blame everything that's ever happened in any MCU story was coming to this moment that he was behind it all?
That's another thing, is that's why there's no backstory bringing us to this point.
Yeah.
And everyone's got rumors about everything.
Which is why that one line Thor says, where he's like, all the heroes I've known were much more powerful than you were, and
they died.
And they
That line
died.
fucking cracks me
so-
up. They died.
Yeah, and they died. And then he's like, so everything we're going to be working towards is going to be in their vein if we don't win. Which I'm like, but how does that work? How does that connect to this? There's no connection. There's no.
Also, like, I think that Marvel's kind of smart in the sense of marketing, where it's like they're making it seem like he's talking about Doom in that moment.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't think that he is. There's a rumor going around that... So do you know the scene, like, when they're kind of showing around that room in the Avengers Tower, and you see the Fantastic Four? It's like the Thing and Mr. Fantastic, and then over here is Sue and Johnny, and like in the middle there's just a blank space. Like, people are thinking that they cut Doom out of the trailer there, and that he's going to be more prominent in the story and kind of seem like he's trying to help them.
That's interesting.
I
don't know about that.
I don't know. I've heard rumors that Doom is actually trying to prevent something.
Well, that's what I think
horrific,
he's trying to prevent the end
And-
of the universe.
And he's not the type to go, hey, I need you guys to help me on this. He has to do it his way,
Yeah.
and they're just basically getting it in his way.
I could see him being from like a dead universe or something, like the one we saw in Multiverse of Madness.
Well, isn't he from the Fantastic Four's universe?
Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, they were on a ship to like
true.
our planet,
Yeah.
so.
That's all we know, is that they're on a ship. So, like, I have to assume Doom is on that ship.
But
with
also,
Franklin.
like, he was obviously bad before that, I guess, because he was fucking just like with the Franklin. So I don't know. Never mind.
Well, maybe my thing
But-
is like I don't think he's going to be immediately bad.
No, I don't know.
Like I think you're at least that I think that's what at least I hope coming from a comics background
Yeah.
is that like in this type of situation I would assume that Doctor Doom like isn't trying to end the universe. I would assume that he's trying to save it regardless of the cost.
I saw somebody point out that like the poster and the whole like mural thing.
Mhm.
I don't know why you said that twice.
Like the one that I had sent a couple.
Well, it's just like the poster where he's like looking at the
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh yeah.
So like on it behind like a planet or just like a big fucking ball is like a woman holding a baby, and people said that that's his wife and child.
Yeah.
So like it could like I really hope they don't do this where it's just like the same thing as Kingpin from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I've heard rumors that supposedly Steve Rogers, whatever he does, causes Doom's family to die.
Yeah.
And now he's going to correct it by, I'm assuming, killing Steve Rogers before he can do
Yeah.
whatever he did to cause it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
You're throwing in a lot of, I noticed in the trailer, Loki
Mm-hmm.
is still with the,
Yeah, isn't he like fucking holding time together though?
right, he's
Yeah.
the one that's in charge of all.
Yeah,
Well-
that's when we saw him last. Yeah.
I could see him like I don't know if Doom like fucks him over or something. Then I don't know. And also like people were saying the person holding like the card, his card had a ring on it, and we also saw Steve have a ring. So I don't know.
It's interesting.
Because I've also been. You told me that there's rumors of Steve being actually Captain Hydra.
Yeah, that's Steve that caught
I think
The
there's
owner
two of them in the movie for sure.
wasn't
Yeah.
That would be
Wasn't
Captain
actual-
America.
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Captain Hydra, but he's still capable of.
He's still technically worthy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think,
think
it's
because it's like in the comics, it's like more belief based or something like that. Like if you truthfully in your heart of hearts believe you're worthy, like you can wield it or something.
Yeah, that's
weird?
it's just all right.
Because I mean, he
I'm
does
not
have
on board
two
yet.
distinctive looks so far in the trailers. There's
Yeah.
one that's like looks like Captain America, and one that looks like weird face Chris Evans with a beard.
Do you think like Loki fucking like if Loki's like trying to bring them all together or something, he brings in the wrong one?
Maybe.
We all don't know. That's what really
know.
sucks
I
about
honestly
it.
don't even. I don't know.
It's
I'm
still sort
like-
of a long way off, I suppose, too. But still,
I'm still not
Not
like
even
excited. Like,
too
oh, that
far.
could be it. Or
Yeah.
I'm like,
what do you got? 6 months?
Yeah, I'm kind of just like waiting for it.
We have August, September, October, November, December.
5 months.
Well, yeah, 12 minus 7 is 5.
I think that accent sucks.
That's
I'm
why. That's
sorry.
why I was asking. I didn't think it was so great either.
Yeah, I think it sucks.
It sounds like him doing an accent.
I don't care where he. Yeah, right.
Mhm.
I don't care where he
It's
thinks
still
he got it
crazy
from.
that it's Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, I have
And what that story is going to be.
I have a
Are they going to
theory-
make some type of jump with that as well?
I mean, if
realize-
his mask ever comes off and none of them go, Tony,
Well, I'm also wondering.
I'm going to
like,
get up and walk out of
you
the
think-
fucking theater.
do you think he's gonna look like Robert Downey Jr. under the mask?
Sure.
Or
Or
do you
gonna
think
be
it's
disfigured?
yeah, it could just
Like
be
heavily
super
prosthetic.
disfigured, Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be Robert Downey Jr. under the mask.
Or it could be a Doombot.
Oh,
I was wondering, like, or I guess just like thinking about this, and like, it could just be something where like it's technically like genetically Robert Downey Jr., but it's just like his parents fucking stayed in Europe or something, and like we're Latvian,
yeah.
and just like all
In
their
no
ancestors are-
fucking universe is Tony Stark Dr. Doom. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That casting still irks me. Yeah.
It was weird then. It's weird now.
It's
It's
still weird.
Yeah.
unless they do it the one of one way that's probably right. It's going to be weird then.
Yeah.
You know?
It's because like they're trying to manufacture the hype of like, oh, Pattinson, fucking George Clooney,
Yeah.
or shit like that. Not
What?
was it George Clooney or no? The people who played like Batman, and people were like, oh, this is such a fucking stupid asshole choice. And then it's like, oh, it's actually not too bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to
I
go.
don't know.
Not about Clooney.
I meant not Clooney.
What's
no,
up?
but-
Val Kilmer?
No, not Val. Well, I guess Val Kilmer. I don't
Kilmer.
know.
Probably
Yeah.
Val
Once.
Kilmer. I could
Yeah.
see that.
But
I'll
who was
be
the
there.
first one that was in the Nicholson movie? That one.
That was
Keaton.
Yeah,
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
I always fucking pick Clooney first. I don't know why.
Nipple Batman.
I actually like the Keaton.
Well, he's the
Batman.
most canon one so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
the Flash.
So most
and
canceled
my
one.
other thing is, because I've heard rumors too, that there's an absence of the guy who should be on any incursion, Doctor Strange.
Yeah, well, that's what I
Yeah,
didn't
I don't
see.
know
is
that
Doctor
how he
Strange.
You don't see him around.
But,
and
like,
the
weren't they
rumor
in-
is he's actually working with Doom.
boy.
that's going to be like a surprise, I guess. I don't know. But that's the rumor I've heard.
I wouldn't be shocked because, like, I could see the thing where it's like they're both of that type of mindset where it's like, this is the only way to save the universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And then we had the rumors going back that there was going to be that secret movie before all this, and we suspected it might be Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think there's
I
enough
don't
time
know
for
if
that, but
there's-
you never know.
Who knows what's going to happen? Like, in between this and Secret Wars, we also have Comic-Con, or I think it's San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, Saturday, and they're like, yeah, there's going to be some fun surprises.
And then there's a D23 coming up also.
I
think.
doubt they're fucking secret dropping another movie,
Never
honestly.
know. I mean, if anything,
That'd be
it'll be
crazy.
like new X-Men casting down the line. But who the fuck knows at this point? I didn't think that Robert Downey Jr. would be back as Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
So
I feel like they wouldn't want to announce
anytime that they're in
X-Men
Hall H at this point,
anything, like any X-Men news until after.
yeah.
In my comic book history, the only thing that I can parallel this to is if Doom is actually here to save the universe, it like in the comics he had fought the Beyonder, I believe the name was,
Yeah.
and all our other heroes just
Yeah, that's the 80s Secret
Yeah.
Wars. He like takes the powers of the Beyonder.
yeah.
Well,
But
people
he
say
paid a price.
Loki's gonna like be the Beyonder's like I guess role in
Oh,
this.
really?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see.
And it's just I don't know like power over the fucking multiverse or whatever.
Yeah.
see.
We've mentioned X-Men a few times. There was like a rumor going around too that within the first 5 minutes of this movie, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Tobey Maguire are also a part of some fight that's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
like a leaked trailer, and like I could probably find it if I tried a little right now, but like
I saw people saying, not to cut you off, but I saw people saying that Mystique kicks nobody in
in this,
this trailer. So people are thinking she's kicking Tobey Maguire.
it's funny.
But also, like, they're talking about, like, yeah, like, Wolverine and Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man are going to be in this and that die in the first 15 minutes.
My boy?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Somebody's got to die. There's a hell of a lot of
There's
heroes.
a lot of
There's a
them.
lot.
But the one guy that's like impenetrable to shit, really?
No idea, man. Who knows at this point, like, what's going to happen? And,
If
like,
they fucking kill Bully Maguire.
I'm sure that they already teased it.
That's
And
ridiculous.
Don't
man.
kill Toby.
No,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about Toby.
that's my
Whoa,
guy,
whoa.
for sure.
Who's playing Mystique? Do we know that?
Yeah, it's Romlin or whatever.
Oh, the
Yeah, the
original?
original.
They
Yeah.
put the original
Really?
back.
They put her in a weird costume, but
Mhm.
she's not in her
Makeup.
naked costume.
Yeah, painted on costume.
Shucks.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, it's a little odd that they've, like, shown so much. Because it's like, oh, like, fucking Steve Rogers is back.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure that they got some shit up their
It looks
Yeah.
like facelift Steve Rogers.
He
to
looks-
me,
he
though.
looks
really weird.
Really
He
weird.
does
And
look
I don't
facelift.
think it's just the beard.
No, it's
Like, he
not.
doesn't
There's
look
something
like
with his
him.
face.
From, like, here,
Yeah.
he doesn't look like Chris Evans anymore. I don't know.
Not impressed.
Botox.
I
It
don't,
might just be that,
I
honestly.
don't even know what to think about this. It's definitely piqued my interest.
Really.
I don't think it really hasn't piqued my interest at all. Especially
I can't say that. It definitely. I mean, you watch that and you get going and you see all kinds
Also,
of matchups.
I
But
know.
Why are we
I just don't know what the
pretending-
story's going to be. I'm a little afraid of that.
Why are we pretending now that Channing Tatum was always Gambit? Like, he's just here now. And he's like,
Yeah, what's his deal?
I was,
Yeah.
and then he's fighting with
Fucking
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
But then they sort of like
Yeah.
noticed each other. And it's like, hey,
That was such like a weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like him fighting Shang-Chi was just like weird.
We're getting
just-
a
And then it
Like,
went,
you have to
and
give
then
them
it
their
was
own,
like
like, weird
you
reactions
saw
to it.
Gambit's card, and then it went to Loki with his card.
Yeah, and you're right. I'm not saying I'm not interested. It's just
Yeah.
you're right in the aspect of nothing makes sense,
No.
and it's making me worried about
Mhm.
this movie.
Yeah.
They're packing an awful lot into it.
We're getting a Avengers versus X-Men movie that is also the setup for Secret Wars and our introduction to Doctor Doom in the MCU.
It's so much.
And it has
It's
fucking
so
900
much.
characters.
It has 900 characters and 95% of it hasn't been built up to in any way.
They gave absolutely zero respect to Doctor Doom as a character.
I'm curious. It's like also interesting because I wonder if the Fantastic Four have had like previous interaction with him, or to like what extent.
I mean, we know
Mhm.
the post credit at least.
I
you
mean
know.
that, yeah, but it's like, is that the first time that
Yeah,
they're
well,
meeting
I'm
him?
sure
Also,
they'd be curious if
In
they're
the
gonna
beginning of
mention
the
that.
movie, it was supposedly they had already fought the Mole Man, right? They had their battles. It wasn't
Paul
like,
Walter Hauser's fucking hilarious in that movie.
you would have
Oh, yeah.
thought that at the beginning of the movie they would have said of Victor Von
Yeah.
Doom, but
See,
no.
and I thought they were friends, didn't they?
they
Well,
you
go
went
started
to school
same
or work together?
Yeah.
colleagues at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
It depends on what story you watch, and then Victor's a dick in some of them, and what have you.
Robert Downey Jr. And that
Someone-
fucking accent's gonna hurt.
Controlled
It's
by
a
metal.
3-hour movie. I hope he doesn't
Swear
do
to
much
God.
talking because that.
And it
that
kills me
accent-
because
like
I
two,
love
like,
him as Iron Man.
Yeah, he's Tony Stark.
Or
yeah.
he could be like Agamemnon, where he just aura farms the
Yeah.
whole fucking time.
Possibly. I mean, kinda. He was already just like he caught the fucking the axe. So.
That's
that-
good,
I
and
also-
that hurts because a character with a backstory you could understand and go, "Oh fuck, he used the magic
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever."
Mm-hmm.
To just see it on a trailer with no build up to it, you're like, "How the fuck did he do that?"
Yeah.
It's like this is why people are like comparing it to like AI, where it's just like, oh, they're putting in all these fucking cool clips up on
Yeah.
screen.
Methinks that is the third act of the movie, and Thor dies in that scene. I could, cause like Chris Hemsworth is like, I got fucking Alzheimer's coming. I can't do this forever.
He just doesn't remember taking this role.
Yeah, I can't fucking do this. I gotta be with my children. Yeah. Kill me now.
This is the payday.
Exactly. Yeah, it's my big Disney payday. And fucking kill me now.
I feel like, I mean, if he wants
Valhalla.
that, then he'll
Yeah.
stay around for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand
Well, he
there's
has
another
to,
movie.
'cause-
There's another movie he's coming out with him too, though. I heard
What?
with
Thor?
Thor. I heard there was another movie.
You
Well-
gotta get off Marvel India.
I'm not watching that.
Well, what was
There,
the other one?
there was another
Pop
one.
boner.
Yeah, I fucking was like reading over his shoulder.
I was just
There was
going
one
like
he
this.
was just like reading. It was fucking about Punisher, and I looked at the name, and it was Pop Boner. Like what the?
I don't know where it comes from. I just scroll and it's there. I don't look for it.
I did hear a cool rumor though about the Punisher in Spidey that's coming up. They said that he actually steals stock tech.
Technology.
Tech.
And he's going to be,
War,
yeah. And that's
his
what
name?
that was about.
That's
yeah,
War Machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
War Machine.
War Machine.
Right.
That's exactly what that was about. So, Pop
See
Boner.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I really dig that
Yeah.
the suit with
Mhm.
the Punisher
Yeah.
thing in the face and everything looked fucking awesome.
It seems like they're actually
But,
like gonna mess around with like the Stark tech a lot in this, because like they released like that scene of the Hulk fighting Spider-Man, and he has like I think it's like the Shockers.
yeah, the
gauntlet
Shockers
or some
gauntlet.
shit.
Shockers.
It's like
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
Were they fighting in a fucking
What they're at
police
the
lockup or something?
I don't
Department of
know. I'll
Damage
check
Control.
Pop
Yeah,
Boner.
yeah, that's what it is. I'll check Pop Boner.
pop that up on Boner.
That brings us to our first sponsor, Pop Boner. Free advertisement. Let me see if there's Indian Run Marvel News
I
account.
have no idea what it is. It was just on my Instagram.
I seen it. It came up on my Facebook thing.
Boner Pop.
You see, He Who Remains, Palace Window.
Do we?
Yeah.
Where's that?
I don't know.
Is that like is Loki there?
It's, we see the like some lamps or something from it.
Have you been keeping up with X-Men '97?
No. Well, I mean, I just haven't watched the recent episode because I think
I
watched
wonder,
today.
like, do you think like Doctor Doom's just gonna fucking be in that? I doubt it, but it's just like at this point, who knows what they're gonna do? That'd be
Doom-
funny if they just like
Doom had a Kree badge.
do what?
Doom had a Kree badge.
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Kree insignia. He had it.
Did he?
Yeah.
You're a liar.
No, it was like the fucking 8-star or whatever. 8-pointed star.
I don't think he did.
Cyclops looked cool, I guess.
He did, yeah.
I don't know. We didn't even see him
Looked
like
like it was
really shoot
going
them.
nuclear.
The only thing I really feel bad about is I keep seeing Daphne Keene,
Mm-hmm.
but she pops up all the time with the same thing. If Marvel wants me back as X-23, I'm more than willing. I can't wait.
She's probably in this movie.
And
you know?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, she was great in the other movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I love the
I
character.
feel like we haven't even talked about McKellen or
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, they're quick in this trailer too.
They're
They're
fucking
probably gonna be
really
30
old.
seconds
Patrick
in the
Stewart,
movie.
though, looks
Extremely
like
old.
he's back at the mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
they are.
watching
And-
some incursions.
Well, that's
Yeah.
even where they're fighting. Is at the
Mhm.
X-Mansion.
I could see them fucking die just immediately. Like you were saying,
Maybe.
15-minute deaths. I could see them.
I hope, like,
For
I
sure.
kind of hope that we get some like crazy fucking shit. Just like put the Fox
That'll be the
X-Men out of
fucking-
their misery.
What, like actually fifth time
Yeah.
Professor X has
Professor X
died?
dies.
Yeah, I don't know. Ian McKellen is so fucking old. Like he just looks really old in this movie too.
It's funny that like X-Men 3 ends with him getting his powers, and he just never used them again. We never see that. Also, it's so funny that like we're getting 2003 or when was the last X-Men like Legacy?
Oh.
Like that's the one we're getting, and not
Legacy?
the fucking new one. I
Yeah,
guess.
Not
because
the Days of
technically
Future
Mystique's
Past
not
fixed?
doesn't have her powers anymore.
Yeah.
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 Right?
Oh, yeah.
They cured her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know because there's
Mm.
900 different fucking X-Men universes.
Yeah, because
True.
wait,
and they all connect and don't at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
one
no,
thing
yeah,
about
yeah.
this movie. Like, what versions of people are we getting
Yeah.
as well? Or you know,
Whichever ones
characters.
sell the best.
I
Except
guess.
they didn't want to bring back McAvoy or Fassbender or Jennifer Lawrence.
Maybe they couldn't afford them. They got
Maybe.
enough people in the friggin' movie.
I don't know. I think those kind of, besides Days of Future Past, didn't do too great for them.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Making me
How
shit.
much of this movie's in the can?
I think
What
it's
do you
done.
Yeah,
What do you mean in the can?
done, finished.
Finished.
I mean, they're definitely probably gonna be fucking working on it till like 3 days before. That's usually how it goes. But I don't know. I'll tell you when I start directing it.
Who is directing it?
The Russo brothers.
That's right. I forgot. Because like I fucking 5 years ago when this was first announced, it was like Destin, Dan, and Cretton, right?
Oh yeah, for fucking King Dynasty.
Yeah, and they're
Mhm.
like, and then they're just like, sorry, you can get Spider-Man. So, he made out pretty good, I'd say.
I guess yeah.
I mean, he was gonna do Avengers. Like, we'll give you your second best option.
All right.
Kang's going to show up in this,
Is he?
in Doomsday. He
Isn't
has
he?
to.
He's gonna be in the Daily Wire movie.
Really?
Yeah, that's what his new thing is because he's banned from Hollywood. So
Mhm.
Is he? Yeah.
He's like
Working
shadow
with-
banned.
Well, I don't know
Shapiro.
the actor Kang, but Kang
Oh, yeah,
as the character is
I saw
gonna-
something where it's like there's gonna be a whole comedic scene where Ant-Man is like fucking talking about a great thread and like, oh, I'm so glad you guys are finally like realizing this, and he's just like talking up King, and it's like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Let's see that. I also saw that people are saying Scott just looks really bewildered when they show him in the trailer, and they're saying that maybe Cap is there pretty early because he would be like, how the fuck is Cap here? And also Bucky looks like really upset.
Okay.
So I don't know.
All right.
I don't fucking know.
I feel like every statement that I have ends with I don't know because like
Yeah, exactly. There's no answer.
And it's
to
a
these.
trailer, and everything's out of context, and they're just throwing stuff at you. So
I don't know if it's ever gonna be in context, honestly. Like when we fucking go to see it.
mhm.
I am curious, and I've been saying this for fucking however long they've announced this at this point, but I'm curious to know if we get a real background on Doctor Doom. I hope we get at least an hour of the movie dedicated to that.
Or like a backstory of why he's doing this.
Yeah. And I hope it's not just the Marvel's villain, where it's like intro, fucking something to do with the villain, and then later on we find out he was actually doing it for good reasons.
But I think another thing that kind of really annoyed me with the trailer was seeing the Submariner. He's
Oh right, yeah,
a
he's here too.
huge, powerful superhero in the comics, which he was only used once, and we haven't seen him since. And all of a sudden, he's just back in this movie out of nowhere.
Yeah, the Talakon and the Wakandans are also
Yeah.
here.
It just makes no sense.
They're kind of where the Fantastic Four start, I think. They land in Wakanda or whatever the fuck.
We should talk about Invincible.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough rambling about the
Yep.
Doomsday trailer. What are your thoughts on the Avengers Doomsday trailer? Are you
Let
excited
us
for
know.
Doomsday
Or are you as confused as we are?
or
Mhm.
both?
I think most people don't like it that much. So
Yeah.
okay. Bye.
Bye.
What
Do
is
you want to do a
Doom?
break first?
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Fucking 1940s Kit Kat ad.